Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's recipe is going to be one of my childhood favorites that my mom used to make, and that is Kofta Masala. So basically kofta is a meatball and masala, as you may already know, is the curry gravy part. It's a very simple recipe. You can find all of the ingredients in any of your local supermarkets. So definitely don't be intimidated by Indian, Pakistani food or cooking that at home. All of the ingredients and method will be listed down below in the description box. So I'm just gonna get straight into the recipe. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up button to like this video, and now let's get cooking. I'm gonna start by seasoning my ground beef. So I have about 1.5 pounds of ground beef here, and to this I'm going to add some black pepper, cumin powder, coriander powder, red pepper flakes or red chili flakes. I have about 3 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. I have 1 egg here that I've already whisked. Of course, some salt to taste. So I made some fresh onion, garlic, and ginger paste. And I made the paste just with a tad bit of oil so that it's a smooth paste in my little food processor here. So I'm only going to use about two teaspoons. And the rest of this will be for our masala or gravy. And then I have some fresh coriander or cilantro leaves. Cilantro and coriander is the same leaf, it just has different names. And that was about, let's say, a tablespoon roughly. Mix everything up really well. So I have here just in a small bowl some water just so that when I'm making the meatballs, the meat doesn't stick to my palms. This is our seasoned meat. So you want to take about that size, I would say, and just roll your meatballs. So about that size is what I'm looking for. And go ahead and make all of your meatballs. Just make sure you wet your palms before you make each meatball. So here are all of my meatballs, and now I'm just going to fry these up. So in my pan here, I'm just going to heat up some oil. So once your oil heats up, go ahead and drop in your meatballs. And we're just going to cook these until they have browned on the outside, and they will cook on the inside more when we put them in the masala or the gravy. And I'm gonna leave the flame on medium high. And guys, I'm using 80-20 ground beef, meaning it is 80% lean and it has 20% fat. So they cooked on one side for about 2-3 minutes. And I'm just gonna turn these over. So this is the type of color that you want on one side. And just flip these over. So let's cook these on the other side as well for about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so I would say these are about done for now. This is kind of what you want. You can see the brownness. on both sides. And then you can just take these out one by one. So those are all my meatballs. I'm just going to drain out this oil and we're going to move on to making the masala next. So in the same pan that I fried my meatballs in, I put in oil again. And to this I'm going to add in my onion, garlic, and ginger paste that I made earlier. What the paste does is just make a nice smooth masala. So just let this cook for about a minute. So after about a minute of cooking these, you want to add in a little tomato paste or tomato puree. And if you want to make fresh tomato paste or puree, you can go ahead and do that. And once you add your tomato in there, now you can add in your spices. And for the spices, I have turmeric, coriander powder, cumin powder, red chili powder. If you don't find red chili powder, you can use cayenne, and just a little bit of garam masala. You don't want to add too much garam masala because it can overshadow the rest of the spices. And let this cook for another minute or two, and you want this to release the oil, and that way we know that our masala part is kind of done at this stage. What I'm going to do is add in 1 heaping spoon of yogurt. This is like Indian style yogurt. And what this will do is not just add some creaminess to the masala, but also a little bit of acidity that I want. And just mix this up. You can see it adds a nice creaminess. Also add in your salt. You want to add in a little bit of water. I would say that's about half a cup of water. And now you want to cook this till the oil has released fully and you can tell that the water has evaporated just a little bit. And you can also add potatoes, guys, if you want, like just chunks of potatoes, and let that cook in the sauce at this stage. So I'm just gonna let this simmer and bubble up and let it cook a little bit. So after about 5 minutes, you can see the oil has released from the masala a little bit. And then now just go ahead and add in all of your meatballs really gently into the sauce. You want to be careful so they don't break. And then you just want to gently toss the meatballs in the masala, just to coat all of the meatballs really well. And I'll be sharing my easy naan recipe one of these days with you guys in one of my upcoming videos. So now that all of these koftas or meatballs have been coated in the gravy, you just want to garnish this with a little bit of that fresh cilantro or fresh coriander leaves that we cut. And I'm just going to lower the heat and cover this and let this cook for about 5 to 8 minutes, just to ensure all of the meatballs are cooked and the gravy has reduced just a little bit. Look at this kofta masala, guys. This dish is a little bit on the greasier, oily side, but that is what the rice or the naan is for, just to sop up all of that goodness. So now I'm just gonna serve this and taste it for you. Taste testing time, guys. I only took a little bit just to taste it for you. And obviously there is no other way to eat Indian Pakistani food than with your hands. So get those hands dirty. It's completely fine. You can wash your hands. So that is my bite. Look how delicious that looks. So flavorful. Mmm. That is so amazing. It almost tastes as good as my mom. Definitely not better, because there's nothing better than mom's cooking. But look at that, guys. I know you want to bite, so you have to try it out at home. It's so good. That little bit of yogurt that we added, it really adds just a tad bit of acidity, but also a creaminess. to the masala. It is amazing. And the meatballs are just melt in your mouth tender. They are so good. So that's it for today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe and you do try it out at home. If you enjoyed today's video, do hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe before you leave. Until next time, guys, take care of yourselves.